Entering select a dynasty to play. Screen. UNR26 Dynasty. Online save John Robinson. Entering Dynasty Hub screen actions. Entering searching pop-up searching for opponent. If opponent is not found, invite will be sent. Selected. Notification, ID 10, away teams, ready. Notification, to set which notifications you receive and when you will see them in social settings. Ready. Edit uniform submenu. Entering uniform name option is set to cur. Uniform name option is set. Socks option is set to black socks. Teams. Entering team settings screen. Offense. Ready. Away team selection Clemson Tigers.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello everyone and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
Entering play call screen.
And the Trojans will put toe to leather and will get started. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories. Formation. There are 6 categories. Option is set to overstep. Option is set to middle. Option overstep. There are 3 categories. Spread.
You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. RPO complete to open the drive. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Spread.
On the ground, it's Davidson. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Cover 4 quarters.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab. Turns it on in midfield. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Wow, that's a really nice catch, especially considering it comes from a running back. Quarterback's got to do a better job being more accurate with that. You got to know he's not a receiver, right? It's not his natural form. They don't make awkward body catches as gracefully as some of these other guys, and sometimes harder for them to stay on his feet. Let him work. Get him the ball in the chest. Nice job bailing out his QB, but the QB's got to return the favor.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. So they were trying to run a sweep, but they got put in the dustpan real fast.
And defenses understand, I cannot let fast guys get on the edge. I got to get that ball turning back towards the middle. Really good job of understanding that. Understanding if he gets too far outside from them big boys, they aren't even in the play. They're just chasing and running. So nice job on the defense, not allowing that ball to get outside.
Well, it's a nice job tackling that defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that third down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5.
Entering play, RPO red bubble, spacing switch.
To the air, it's Mayama. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
That type of big play can even make travelers perk up and take notice.
And man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Sanders. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Fires toward the target. On target to the left. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Just keep slinging it. Quick completion on the out. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Working at the 17, and they are set up.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Off play action on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Motion from the back. Scanning the field. It's Mayama. Here's a heat. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off to stop the threat. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Running back searching for a hole. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play. And the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saves the touchdown.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. It's Sanders. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, USC! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Leaves it with the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession.
It's a seam wide open. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
You have 15
and the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter.
Entering play call, type. There are 3 categories. You have 15 options. Cover 6 is selected. Cover 3 sky. Field blitz 3.
First play of the period, 1st down here. They're threatening to score and they'll throw it. Makes the catch. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play the wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
2nd down, coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Vertical Miguel. Give cushion.
From the gun, running back on the move. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Cover 3 is selected.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the 1st half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
He got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Vertical Miguel. Give cushion.
Trying to punch it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical.
And that's why they practice these goal-line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moment.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
Entering play call. Coach
and he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7.
Entering play call, you have 7 options.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds.
Entering play call.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Categories. You have 9 options. Counter while led is
defense
selected.
better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Quarterback may change this route.
Protect.
Back to throw. It's Mayava. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
This defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver at his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. And if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Short cross. Short cross.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down.
There are 8 categories.
And the Trojans line up to punt it away.
Selected.
They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26.
Formation. There are 6 categories. They're tight. There are 3 categories.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
The give to the back. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They're trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan. They're executing beautifully.
Spread.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Quickly out to the tight end. The Tigers get enough for the 1st down.
Entering play call.
David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands. 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
15 options.
Right. 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Williams. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime.
Option is set 2 to 3 on. There are 3 categories.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. To throw, it's Klubnik. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it. It'll bring up fourth down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That is no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Timeout, Clemson. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
Backs protect.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. Gets it down to the 13-yard line as they try to score before the half.
Entering play call.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
6 categories.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Entering play
the officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to throw. It's Mayama. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Back right.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Entering base model screen, you have 5 options.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Fair catch called for and made.
Entering play call. Formation. Special team. Goal line. Norm. Power O.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
And he will get home moment.
Entering
The
play
quarterback
call,
goes down
coach
at the
suggestions.
17.
There are 8 categories.
That's a big-time play on the
cross.
D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man,
He lost one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit.
There are 6 categories. There are 3 subcategories. Option is set to Nickel. 2 to 4. There are 6 categories.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense.
Give pushing. Give pushing.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Flips it out on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Under fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Williams. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Rides the back on the option, the give. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Clemson jumps to the line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It is good.
Entering play call.
And that will extend their lead even further.
How about it? 50 plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Coming out with it, it's Jordan. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
Player, there are 8. Option is set to Y corner.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mayava. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
There are 21 categories.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Nickel. 2 to 4. There are 6 categories.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive.
Spread.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed, and then hurt you throwing the football.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
With the catch, it's Davidson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Hey, Williams.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Working that left side now. Turning on the Jets. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
This time, they get him in the backfield, and they take back what he got on the previous play.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Snagged out of the air.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense moving forward in this game, third and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these third downs.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the upright. And after missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15.
Empty and cross, counter Wiley.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. He wants to change this route. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel.
Here we go.
Back to pass, it's Mayava. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
There are 21 categories. You have 9 options. Vertical
as they get
selected.
set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
Entering play call. Formation. There are 8 categories. There are 21 subcategories. Option is set to split Y offset 9 plays.
So we
have
open the
7
final
options.
period with a
Down is
third
selected.
down play.
Short cross.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Pressure coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's
categories.
coming.
You have
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense
selected.
has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game.
Back
Defense
right.
knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Oh, they're after him. Drilled as he throws, and they
Entering play
stop him
call.
on fourth
Formation.
down with
There
the
are
heat.
6 categories.
Yeah, and
there
unfortunately in the fourth
there
quarter,
are 3 categories.
losing, you've got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Option is set.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and beating the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the pass is incomplete. Jarred
Entering
loose
play
by the
call.
hit.
2 to 4 DBL mug. There are 6 categories. You have 12 options.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on third and long. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Here's the pressure. Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Oh, he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still
Entering
at
play
15.
call. Coach
Not
suggestions.
the day
Clear.
that this
There
kid
are
was
8
hoping to have here.
options.
After that miss, he's now only 2 for 5. He's cost his team 9 points
You
already.
have 25 options. Inside zone.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere.
Entering
Stop at
play
the line of
call.
scrimmage.
Inside zone. There are 8 categories.
This has been
You
a
have
dominant
25
performance
options.
by the
Inside
Clemson
zone.
defense. They have
Selected.
kept the offense in reverse all day. The great defensive legend would be proud.
Oh, they would be stoked. I mean, just to have a complete performance. The defensive...
Wide open spaces. He's loose. Lowers those pads. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd. Because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
swings it out to the flat. Absolutely
Entering play
nowhere to
call,
go
coach
as this defense
suggestions.
makes
There
a
are
third
8
down stop.
categories. You have 12 options.
4th and goal now in the
Strike
fourth
HBC
quarter, down
selected.
a couple of scores. This ball needs to go to your best player on offense. Who's your best playmaker, be it a receiver, tight end, running back, that can win in space and get you this touchdown?
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the
Entering
football
play
on down.
call formation. There are
And
6
now my mindset
categories.
has to
There are 3
completely change. Listen, we needed
subcategories.
points. That's
Options
over.
set to
Like,
fight 15
plenty of
plays.
time
You have
left,
7
over 3 minutes on the
options.
clock.
3 to
I got to
4
get me
is
a
selected.
stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. The give and tick, 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 tick. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Lets it fly. Makes the catch down the right side. Here he goes. Lots of running room. Touchdown, Clemson. And the route is on.
Entering
And
play
this
call,
offense
coach
continuing
suggestions. There
to
are
put
6
up points. This game's
categories.
out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead.
Entering play
And for a
call,
quick
you
update,
have
let's go to
7
Kevin
options.
Connors in the
5,
studio.
4, 8,
Dynamite
return
matchup
left
today,
to
fellas.
select.
Let's show you what's going down. Georgia State is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 25 over the Judicials. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. HB sweep is selected.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2.
Right.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Finds a crevice and picks up 5 out to the
Entering
8.
play call. Formation.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for room, it's Sanders. He's in open space downfield. Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 10.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Backs protect. Backs protect. Backs protect.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. The Trojans pick up the first down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Right. Backs protect.
The run to the right. Past the first down marker and still running.
Stopped
at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Goal line, hail, special team, option is set. Punt. There are 6 categories. You have 6 options. Fake punt sweep is selected.
Are they really that worried about a bad snap that they're trying to punt on 3rd down? Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely.
Formation. There are 6 categories. There are 3 subcategories. Options set to type 15 plays. You have 7 options. 3 to 4 is selected.
The clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.
Entering play call 2 to 4. There are 6 categories. You have 36 options. Cover 3 matches selected.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
Entering play call 2 to 4. There are 6 categories. You have 36 options. Cover 3 sky is selected.
The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
Screen, you have
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Enter. Return to hub. Entering weekly advanced summary screen. And entering Dynasty Hub screen actions. Enter yes. Entering home screen Dynasty. Home you have 4 options. Start.
Welcome back
Entering
to
Dynasty
Mode.
type
I'm
screen
Reese
Dynasty
David.
type.
Next, let's
You have
choose
2
your roster.
options.
If you're
Offline
looking
is
for the
selected.
latest EA Sports recommended roster featuring more than 1,000 additional players, choose the active roster option. Or you can select the rosters from our original launch with the default roster option. Now it's time to customize your Dynasty experience. Similar to last year, here's where you'll modify your settings from the expanded list of available options. You can import your team builder created teams and customize your conference. It's now time to select your team. Would you prefer to take over an established contender or build a team from the ground up? Pay attention to each team's prestige rating, represented by the number of stars next to each team's name. Teams with a higher prestige will be ready to compete for the college football playoff right away. On the other hand, lower prestige teams provide a greater challenge to build. Time to figure out where on the coaching. Now for the fun part. Congratulations. It's time.
Set up recruiting board ampersand scout. Entering Dynasty Hub screen actions. Team deck, stats, actions, Dynasty, user settings. Entering critical. Switch stick defensive. Critical speed set to 7. Coin toss second. Accessibility is visual feedback is on. Field visual feedback option is set to on. Play dynamic play call option is set to on. Entering team see actions you have 3 options. Set up recruiting board and members you have 2 options. Wiki 0 actions you have top advanced week option is set to next week is selected. Custom advanced week entering sim head. Entering my skill update. Entering Dynasty Hub screen actions. Advanced week. Entering sim head. Advanced week option is set. Entering my skill update. Entering Dynasty Hub screen actions. Selected. Ready. Team set. Entering team settings screen. Edit seek. Edit unit. Entering uniform name option is set. Pants option is set to state pride pants. Pants option is set to day pants. Pants option is set to gold pants. Socks option is set to state. Socks option is set to day. Socks option is set to green socks. Entering uniform name option is set to current away. Teams Entering team setting. Miami Oxford. Mid tennis. Michigan selected. Team setting. Edit. Ready.
This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark.
Entering play call screen.
The Rams have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Washington's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs it.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because
out of space, and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line. He's got some space. Oh, what a cut! Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Huskies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Williams will pass. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Huskies! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Colorado State's offense will take the field for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage. They can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face to the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it to the right. Just gets it to the 28, pick up the 1. Guys, let's take a moment and look at Colorado State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected. and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year that teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Bringing the heat. They got him. That's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up.
Entering Super Sim, playing key moment, jump ahead. Super Sim, playing key moments you have 4 up. Entering Super Sim screen. Entering wing pair. There are 17 categories. You have 15
options. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. To the ground to try to move the chains. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Rams send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Wants to return it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last